Do you know when the best time to film a review is? When it is 3:30 in the morning and you just got home from a night out with the girls. Introing is really hard when you're like super drunk. Also, language, English is kind of difficult right now, gotta admit. But my name is Meta, and this is my channel, MetteMedicine, where I do weird stuff. I do movie reviews, and today I went to see one of the most anticipated movies of 2015, 50 Shades of Grey. And I have feelings that I really want to talk about. And I feel like we are at that level YouTube where we can talk about these sort of things without you judging me. So I want to talk about it with you. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, 50 Shades of Grey is one of the most highly anticipated movies of 2015 because the book sold like, what, 80 million copies, and it's a huge hit among moms and people that don't understand what an abusive relationship is. And so a lot of people are going to the movies to watch this thing, and I got dragged along with 3 girlfriends to watch it on Valentine's Day, because apparently that's what I do now on Valentine's Day. If you don't know the story about 50 Shades of Grey, it's basically the story of a, well, not older, but a wealthier man who has no emotions and does not know how to be in a relationship, and a young girl who has never been in a relationship and does not know how to be in a relationship, and it's all about how he it destroys her. It's all about how he ruins her, how he abuses her, and people think that right now I'm talking about the sex in the movie. I'm not. I'm talking about emotional, so much emotional abuse, and it's partner abuse on a whole new level, and it's just bad. I will link a bunch of articles describing why 50 Shades of Grey is shit. I can't even describe how I am feeling right now because it's so uncomfortable. If we take it from the beginning, the story in itself, you can't really change. You can't talk about that being good or bad because that's just how it is. You can't really change it. Compared to the book, they switched the timeline a bit, switched around a few events. They changed a few things here and there, and some things that I believe was very important they didn't include. And the dialogue was like it was taken straight out of the book. I could even remember passages of things being spoken in the book that was being spoken in the movie, and it's awful. If you don't know, E.L. James is an awful writer. Awful. I mean, the thing is that 50 Shades of Grey started as a Twilight fanfiction, and it's not even E.L. James's own fanfiction. It's something she stole from other fanfictions and then put together. I mean, she is not a talented person at all. If we talk about scenery, beautiful scenery. I mean, they did a lot of beautiful sets other than Christian's playroom, which was just awful. It looked ridiculous and nothing like what was described in the book. When you talk about the characters, in the beginning I really hated Dakota Johnson, who plays Anastasia Steele, but she was actually the only good thing about this movie. I think that there were some scenes where she was absolutely brilliant and where I loved her acting, and then other scenes where it's just awful and horrendous to watch, and I just really wanted to turn it off, and it was just, there's just too much lip biting, and I mean, who, when they have sex, only do this? I mean, this was all she did. Is that, I mean, I might not have that much sex, but, I mean, is that normal that that's all you do? I don't know. I'm confused. And Jamie Dornan, who I thought was going to be so great, was just so awful. I mean, the dude is Irish. He should just speak in an Irish accent all the time. You just never speak in an American accent. It was just so fake, so phony, and the acting was so bad, and he was so stiff and so weird, and it was just so bad, and the chemistry between the two was almost non-existent. I mean, she did all the work, he did nothing, and I just felt so uncomfortable watching the two interact. And when it came time for the sex scenes, oh god. First of all, I'm sitting in a movie theater with so many other people and I'm watching basically softcore porn. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird, I'm not gonna lie. And on the other hand, it was just really awkwardly filmed sex and just awkwardly acted sex, and just, it was not a turn on at all. Maybe if I was sitting home alone and I was super drunk and I didn't have anything else to watch, I might get turned on by it. But no. Just no. It was so horrible. I had to go like this. Is it over? I mean, I felt so uncomfortable watching it, and I know there were so many times where I was just bursting out laughing because it was so fucking ridiculous. I mean, none of it made sense. None of it at all. Alright, I'm running out of battery and everything, but I just wanted to say that if you are thinking about going to watch 50 Shades of Grey, please don't. Don't support this. It's not love, it's abuse. And don't buy into the things that they're trying to sell you. Awful acting, awful story. Literally, there's no redeeming things about this movie. Just save yourself. Save yourself from the horror that is 50 Shades of Grey. Also, I texted my ex because I'm an idiot. Drunk decisions. Yep. I ship it.